What was
Sorry about that.
it? It was picking up the wrong mic. Okay, should we start over? Or like, we're good?
We're good. Whatever.
Right. Yeah,
it's a blip at the.
All I said was Carl Hagelin is a pretty darn good player, and he's going to the Washington Capitals, basically.
Yeah. How about we start with the breaking news as of this morning, which was Georges St-Pierre. He's announced his retirement.
Wasn't that like speculating yesterday?
It was speculated yesterday, but then Khabib in the afternoon challenged him.
Oh.
So
Khabib. Oh, geez. Yeah. I don't want any problem with it. No.
Georges St-Pierre apparently wanted to fight Khabib, but they couldn't figure it out. And then 3 days ago it was rumored, it's going to happen. And then yesterday it came out, he's just going to retire. And then Khabib challenged him yesterday as well. And finally today at the press conference he said...
Is he allowed to fight Khabib? Because didn't he get like a suspension? Because he like jumped out of the ring, remember? Who was that? Khabib and McGregor. That was the big fight.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long the suspension was going to be.
Okay, but I don't know where the fight... Because like, it would probably have to depend on where the fight was going to be against St. Pierre. But I think he has like some sort of ban. I could be wrong.
Yeah, he had faced some sort of suspension.
Yeah.
I can't remember how bad it was. I think his brother was in more trouble, and he was supporting his brother and not fighting, if you remember that, because his brother was the one who attacked McGregor initially.
Yeah, but did you see what Khabib... Do you remember that fight?
Yeah, I do remember
He completely jumped out of the ring and kicked a fan.
Yeah, he was in a ton of trouble too. But his brother, I think he'd said that he wasn't going to fight again.
Khabib.
In the UFC. He was just done because of how everything went down.
Yeah.
He blamed it on McGregor. McGregor blamed it on him, and yada, 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 pointing the finger nonstop all the time.
So he has retired, officially.
Yeah, officially he has retired as of this morning. But this is the second time he's retired, so
second time he's announced it, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe someone else will challenge him next.
Yeah, 2 weeks from now he could be taking on Khabib. And I think it was November he wanted to fight. Maybe? I don't know. I might be pulling that out of... Yeah.
Hockey?
Hockey. Let's go hockey. What do you want to start with? I guess...
I mean, Leafs Caps, so we can tie in the trade as well, I guess.
He's not playing tonight.
Yeah.
I saw that.
You know who also isn't playing tonight?
Kadri.
Azam Kadri is not playing
Gotta get some grit, baby.
I guess,
according to Kip Rios and every other former hockey enforcer who is a commentator.
I was listening to Hockey Central at noon yesterday, and they were saying that maybe Kadri could be traded. I was like, no, okay, they're not trading him. But like they were talking about like guys that they could possibly trade from their current roster. They were saying like Kaepernick, Brown, Janssen, and they threw Kadri's name in there. And I don't think they were really serious about that, but they still threw him in there. And I think that having a 1-2-3 of Tavares, Matthews, and Kadri gives the Leafs an advantage over any other team. They have arguably the best depth in the Eastern Conference other than Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's got crazy depth, but not at center.
Tampa Bay is crazy.
Every single one of their player is good.
They scratched Braden Point and still won.
When was that?
I don't know, like last week.
Like why? Why did they scratch Braden
Because
Point?
I think he missed a meeting. I was listening to the Steve Dangle podcast, and
so
I can't remember who it was. It was either Wild or Dangle.
That's killer for any fantasy team. He's tearing it up this year.
Yeah, he's insane. He's gonna get a lot of money.
He's gonna get off,
and then he's not gonna get any money because it's Tampa Bay and they have magical.
They have no money. They have no money. He's gonna get offer sheeted.
They have Stroman coming off the books.
How much does he make?
Like 4.
Okay, that's a decent.
4 and a bit. They got. I want to say Girardi's coming off. Yeah, but that's only like $1 million. I can look it up. Let's see. What are the Tampa Bay Lightning's current cap space? Tampa Bay is currently... They currently have 1.707197 in projected cap space. Currently, they have 7.216 because I guess someone's on injured reserve. It's my guess. Yeah. 2 people I've never heard of.
How much are they making?
Like nothing. 0.
Yeah.
Absolutely 0.
Okay, so that doesn't even matter. Okay.
They got Vasilevsky locked up for 2 more years at 3.5, which
that's a good deal. Very good deal.
Wow.
Yeah.
This offseason, they got Stroman, Coburn, and Girardi all coming off. That's 4.5 for Stroman, 3.7 for Coburn, and 3 for Girardi. So that's a lot of cash. But then they also got to pay Braden Point. How is his ELC only 6.86 or 686?
I don't know.
That
People
is
sign
insane.
weird entry level contracts. That's for sure. Yeah.
What? Oh my god. They got.
I mean, he wasn't very like coming out of junior. I guess he wasn't supposed to be what he's turned out to be. I guess.
I thought he was a high round draft pick, like second round at least, and that's
second. Well, I guess second.
like
round,
700
okay.
grand, right?
Yeah, normally it
Ish?
should be a bit more. Yeah,
That's
that's
crazy.
for sure.
They got Yanni Gord extended at 5.166. That's gonna hurt in the
That's a
long run.
lot, yeah. Because he's playing a top 9 role with them right now.
Yeah, I'd assume so.
And yeah, like Braden Point, they should have signed Point before Gord.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's like the Leafs signing Kaepernick before Marner.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Except that'll probably end up happening because Marner's gonna hold out, and we're gonna miss half a season of Marner. But
I mean, it depends what they offer him.
Yeah.
We don't know what it's gonna be yet.
Marlowe's gonna end up on Robida Island. We all know that's gonna happen. Like it's there or Arizona where his contract's gonna get bought out.
So you said Marlowe?
Yeah.
No, they'll keep him.
Dude, it's
They
gonna
have
be.
to keep him.
They're gonna do what the Capitals did with Brooks Orpik.
Yeah, I guess they could do that.
Like that's so obvious and so easy.
Yeah, but I don't know if you want to get rid of him because of Matthews and Marner and
No,
how they're
they-
so close
You
with
know
him.
what Washington did with Orpik, right?
They just kept him around?
They traded him to Colorado, who then bought him out, and then they signed him for $1 million.
As a free agent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they signed him for nothing, and he's still playing for them, and they don't have the cap hit. Which-
That's a completely different situation because it's Brooks Orpik and this is Patrick Marleau though. Like Patrick Marleau can still play. Brooks Orpik was kind of like playing that like sixth defenseman role. I think Marleau can still play top 6.
Marlowe's our third best left winger, and that's being generous.
Maybe second or third. Yeah, okay.
What, Hyman
No, Janssen.
and Janssen? Yeah,
Yeah,
Hyman and
Janssen's
Janssen
top. Yeah.
are definitely above him. Like, let's be realistic. Marleau is struggling to skate. Like, he's still got stride.
I think since the All-Star break, he's actually got some legs though.
Yeah.
I think that break really helped
Yeah.
him.
He was probably tired carrying the team, carrying that third line while Nylander was gone.
Yeah, well now he's back up with Matthews. I don't know
Yeah.
how long that's gonna last. Maybe. Speaking of Kadri being out, where does Marleau go? Does he go to third line center? Does he stay with Matthews?
No,
Do they move Nylander?
did you see the lines this morning?
I didn't see the morning.
They got
skate lines.
Nylander third line center,
Nylander. That's what I thought was gonna
which
happen
is
too.
whoa.
That's good because he was flying out there in the second and third periods of that game against St. Louis.
Yeah, he's been looking good. Have you
Very
seen
good.
like the point totals he's been putting up?
Yeah.
They're really good.
What is like
Have
10
you
in
seen
12 games? 10 points in 12 games?
something like that? Have you seen Patrick Kane?
Oh my goodness.
19-game point streak.
Yeah. Don't.
How is
don't
no
even
one
get me started.
talking about that?
Yeah, I know that's crazy.
19 game. That's
Yeah,
insane.
and the OT winner yesterday. Every single night, this guy puts up a big game.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like
And Chicago's playing insane. They are a
Chicago
contender
are
again.
going to make the playoffs.
Yes, they
It's
will
going to be
make the
Chicago and
playoffs.
St. Louis who are going to get the 2 wildcard spots.
Dylan Strome is turning his career around.
They've
Alex DeBrincat is becoming a real superstar in this league, and Jonathan Taves is back.
Yeah, they robbed Arizona in that Brandon Perlini, Dylan Strome, Nick Schmaltz trade.
Nick Schmaltz, yeah.
They robbed him.
He's out, right? Nick Schmaltz?
He's
out.
injured for the season,
Yeah, that's crazy.
which is
That's bad.
sucks.
Yeah.
But speaking of trades, we got something coming up.
Just now or what? Hagel?
No, we got a certain deadline coming up.
Oh yeah, we got trade deadline
Which-
Monday.
Oh boy, if you're the Senators, if you're a Senators fan, I apologize. That is just a tire fire of an organization.
No first round pick.
No first.
That's all you have to say. They're
No
in last place and they don't have a first round pick.
So they've lost Jack Hughes. They're losing Mark Stone. Let's be realistic. He's not going to resign.
I think they're giving him 48 hours to accept the deal.
As of last week, the deadline was Wednesday, and now
So now
progressively,
it's Thursday. Okay.
progressively every day it's going one day further.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna get to the deadline, and he's gonna go for a second round pick. But like, dude, the Sens, they're gonna lose Duchesne, Stone, Zingle,
Yeah.
Cece, and I think they have one other UFA.
I don't know who it is. Yeah, maybe.
Like, what is happening there?
Do you think Stone gets traded?
I guarantee it.
Duchesne, I guarantee will get traded.
He is going to get traded because Ottawa won't be able to re-sign him. And they need to get something for him. He is too good not to just let go. And you're in a position where it's too good to give up. Like, you're too bad to push. If you try for this season, you're screwed because you're not going to, like, yeah, you lose Jack Hughes to Colorado, and that trade looks really, really bad. But if you go for it this year and try to do better, you screw your rebuild.
Yeah, I don't like no matter what they do. Like if they keep Duchesne or keep Stone, they're still gonna finish bottom 5, bottom 3. Like it's not gonna help that much. I think that what they have to do is try and get some really good pieces back for Duchesne and Stone to give a little bit more faith to your fans that they can actually like do a proper rebuild.
Yeah, but for those fans that are left, a lot of them have just given up on the guy. Melnick is just an idiot.
They should get rid of him.
They want to, except he doesn't. He doesn't want to get rid of the Senators, even though he's losing money because of how terrible.
It's an awful situation if you're a Senators fan, basically. Yeah.
They got Craig Anderson locked up for another 2 years, this year and next.
How old is that guy though?
37.
Yeah, get rid of him.
Yeah,
trade him. Who needs?
No, he's got a no move.
Oh my god,
he's got a no trade.
That is crazy.
Except he'd accept a trade anywhere at this point, because let's be honest, who wants to play for the Senators?
No one. Yes, that is true. Who needs a goalie? We discussed a bit of this last week. There was a goalie move.
Yeah, Cam Talbot.
Cam Talbot got traded. We said that. We said it was going to happen on the show, and it did.
You did. I wasn't. I guess I sort of believe that.
Yeah, they didn't get as much as I thought a team should have got for him, but like it is a rental player.
They got a good young goalie. Alex Stalock could be a good backup to Koskinen. They're going all in on him.
Koskinen and Stallers. What a great goalie tandem right there.
That's so bad.
Well, Edmonton's just another whole situation, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, really.
And then the coil for Donato and a fit, that happened. That came out of the blue.
Yeah, that was interesting. That was last night. Yeah, I was at work. They were all talking about it. They got a report. Yeah, it wasn't too much of a return that Minnesota got, I guess, for him. But, like, Coyle's not having the greatest season, but he's still a good ad. He's got, like, 10 goals, 33 points in, I don't know, and however many games.
Yeah.
He's got some size to him.
Yeah.
He's got some goal-scoring abilities. I think he can play center as well if they want him to.
Yeah, he can. He's a center and a winger.
Yeah, so that's also good. I think, the Bruins want at least 3. Well, they want 3 centers to compete with the Leafs in round 1. They got Bergeron, who's obviously a great elite defenseman, defensive forward, but can put up crazy point totals as well. Krejci's pretty good. And yeah, like Coyle will be a good add on the third line, which doesn't have any scoring. I think they got like Wagner, Heinen, and I don't know who they got at center, but it's not very good.
Yeah, and especially with this new, or not new, I guess, Pasternak injury, they got to find scoring somewhere. And you bring in a guy named like Charlie Coyle, and that automatically adds some points.
Yeah.
Even though he's streaky, if he can be streaky, like really good while Pasternak's out, and then not as good when he comes back, who cares? He's a third line center.
So do you think he'll start on the top line?
I don't think he'll start on the top line, but I think he's going to end up on the second line until Pasternak comes back.
Yeah. That injury doesn't seem to be hurting them too much.
No, they got really. Let's just be honest. It hurts to say this as a Leafs fan, but they got a good team.
They got a very good team, and Tuukka Rask is on fire right now.
Yeah, but he'll fall off. He always has stretches.
Closer to the playoffs, yeah. And he didn't have the greatest playoff. He had a bad playoffs against the Leafs last year too.
Yeah. They got really good back line, or blue line, not back line.
Blue line, yeah. Chara's not, he's still kind of productive. Yeah, but he's a beast out there.
You don't need him to be productive when you got Torrey Krug and Charlie McAvoy.
Well, Krug's not the greatest defensively. McAvoy is better all around, that's for sure.
Well, you just pair Krug with Chara and you're set. Yeah. Right?
But, their depth on the back end isn't the greatest either. They got, John Moore, Matt Grzelcyk, and Brandon Carlo.
Yeah. They got a really good top half, and then bottom half is bleh.
They're not big names, but they play well. I remember in the playoffs last year, the Leafs the Leafs couldn't score.
Yeah.
Like, it was tough to get past those Bruins defenders.
Well, we were also playing Tyler Bozak second line minutes.
That's true. Good thing Bozak is just gone and Johnny T is in now.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I think
a lot of people,
it's a good upgrade.
A lot of people forget that, like, when they compare last year's Leafs team to this year's up against Boston, the Leafs did not have John Tavares, and everyone's saying, like, their decor is the same.
Except it isn't, because they added
Muzzin, okay.
And they got rid of Roman Polak.
Thank God they got rid of Roman Polak.
I get his possession numbers and all that.
Did you see Dangle's video?
No, what happened?
His last LFR? No, someone like tweeted him saying that Kyle Dubas is going after Roman Polak. And like, if you know Steve Dangle, he just absolutely hates Roman Polak.
I don't get it. Like, he's the exact defenseman you wanted.
He's
like,
slow.
I get he's
very
slow. He's very slow, but he's the...
No, he's not the ideal defenseman.
No, he's not the ideal... Like, he's a good penalty killer.
Okay.
Which I think the Leafs are lacking. Like, we're lacking before they picked up Muzzin.
They are definitely lacking penalty killing. Right now they got Nikita Zaitsev, Ron Hainsey, and Muzzin, basically.
If you can dump Zaitsev and you bring in Polak, I don't care.
Really?
Yeah. Because you bring in someone with Zaitsev, if you, like...
I think they could get a lot more in a package deal. Definitely. Yeah. Okay. Speaking of someone similar to Roman Polak, I don't know if I should really be comparing
Adam McQuaid?
them. No, I wasn't talking about Adam McQuaid. I was talking about Radko Gudas.
Oh, Radko Gudas, yeah. That was... How did he only get 2 games? Please?
Yeah, that was
player
bad.
Safety?
One more than Malkin, and Malkin didn't even have his head facing who would the Flyers player, Raffle.
Explain to me how Kadri got 3 playoff games for that hit.
I have no idea.
And Gudas only got 2 games for hitting a guy in the head with his stick on purpose.
Yeah, looking right at him.
Yeah.
He just completely like...
With a history. Like, I get Kadri's had a bit of a history, but, like, I'm starting to think George Parros is a little biased here. Am I the only one who's starting to think that?
No, you're not. I don't think so.
Because...
I think that's a good opinion, yeah.
I feel every time player safety suspends a Leafs player, everyone should just tweet at player safety with the video of what's his name, Orr, bringing in the fight against Parros in Montreal.
Oh yeah, I think I remember.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Tweet him that, and that'll. That's got to have something to do with it. Like, come on, how does it not?
I don't know, but yeah, definitely should have got more than 2 games. I was like, when I first saw it, I thought it was gonna be like around 10.
Yeah.
Like, he did it on purpose. Like, who does that? Like, you got to suspend the guy for more than 2 games.
It looked worse in slow motion than it did quickly. Like, quickly, it was sort of a tap on the head. Slow motion, it looked like he smashed him.
Yeah.
But, like, I can see where they got the 2 games. I just think for a repeat offender who's done it before earlier this season.
You think it had anything to do with the fact that Kucherov, like, didn't get hurt?
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's basically the basis for player safety when it comes to suspensions. If the guy gets hurt, he gets games. If he doesn't, $5,000 to a guy who's making $4 million. Oh, what an impact!
Yeah.
Like, the guy who's making $900K. Okay, maybe that hurts a little bit, but realistically, come on,
it's nothing. Yeah. So yeah, we both think that he should have got more games for sure.
I think he should have gotten at least 3.
Definitely, at least 3. I'm thinking more than that. I was thinking like 5 to 7. Yeah.
Okay, I see that.
So yeah, about like the Leafs defense, we were thinking a while back that maybe he's a possible guy that the Leafs could go out and get.
Not anymore.
Well, not anymore, but now alternatives.
It's Adam McQuaid.
Adam McQuaid.
God, there's no basis to that. One guy said it and people ran with it because they love trolling Leafs fans.
It's because he scored against the Leafs. He scored the winner.
He did?
When they played the Rangers, yeah.
It's just not Dubas's player. Like, he just wouldn't do that.
It's definitely a playoff player, though.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was listening to Hockey Central at noon, and Doug McLean, he was talking really good things about Adam McQuaid.
Thing is, if you bring McQuaid in, who comes out? Because as Dangle said, it's not going to be Hainsey. You know who it's going to be.
It could be Dermott.
It's going to be Dermott.
Yeah.
And you're not who in their right mind would take Dermott out of the lineup?
I think if you get McQuaid, there has to be another move then. Like, you have to trade Zaitsev.
Is that a defenseman?
Zaitsev is the guy that needs to be traded if you're bringing in another defender because he's not cutting it right now.
Or Hainsey.
Babcock loves Hainsey, and I know he's playing him so many minutes as well. Yeah, but I don't think Ron Hainsey will get traded. I think also he's kind of a playoff guy that you want to have. Like, he's won the Stanley Cup with a bad defensive core in Pittsburgh before. He wants to win again.
Yeah.
I think he loves playing in Toronto. I think he's a good mentor to the young defenseman Travis Dermott.
Yeah.
And even like
he's been good on
Riley.
the third pair.
That pair has been good when they've been together, but Babcock always puts Hainsey and Riley back together.
Which makes no sense.
And Muzzin on the third defensive pair.
I thought it was Gardner on the third.
Well, yeah, he rotates it.
Okay.
Yeah, so Muzzin was on the third with Dermott for a bit of the Blues game and in games past as well. I think if they do get another defenseman and Zaitsev isn't in that deal, they need to make a move on forward. And I know we've had this conversation before. Do the Leafs... No, I don't know what I said. I said that the Leafs need to add a forward, and you thought I was crazy because they have like so much forward depth. They got Tyler Ennis on the bench right now. They got Trevor Moore in the AHL. But
they got Pierre Engvall. You saw
exactly.
Daniel's
He could play center.
Hey, maybe you move Kadri out. You throw Pierre Engvall third line center. Get a good young guy on really cheap contract.
That's
get some sick assets back for Kadri.
They will not trade.
They won't trade him, but like, it's not the worst idea in the world.
It is.
Okay.
I don't like it. I do not like it. They shouldn't trade Kadri.
I don't think they should either, but there's always a chance.
I think Nazem Kadri is their most productive playoff performer too.
Really?
Yeah.
When he plays.
Yeah, when he plays. Like the past 2 years, he's been killer. Like, whether it be scoring some big goals or making the big hits, like getting his team back into the game. And he's one of the guys on the Leafs forward core who can actually hit and can get under people's skin. They're not going to trade him. They will not trade Nazem Kadri. I guarantee it. I hope they add another gritty kind of forward. I don't think it'll be Wayne Simmons. Michael Furland, I really want them to get. I want them to get Michael Furland.
They already said they want a first-round pick for him, and we don't have a first-round pick.
What about next year's first-round pick?
There's no way Dubas, who is the drafter, is going to trade 2 first-round picks in a row for a rental. They already said they're not going after rentals. Unless it's a Brown for Furland, they're not doing it.
Brown for Furland. That will not happen.
Yeah, exactly. They're not going to... He's not going to give up any prospects because they're starting to run thin. Right?
Oh, yeah. Do you think the Leafs' defensive core right now is good enough to beat Boston?
Yes. Definitely.
Really? You say that with a lot of confidence.
I think the Muzzin addition helped a lot.
Okay. So you're comfortable with Zaitsev still on the team against Boston?
Yeah. I think if the issue with Zaitsev on the Leafs is Babcock doesn't use him right. He's not a defensive defenseman. He's more offensive. Like, he's good in the offensive zone. He's terrible in the defensive zone and on breakouts.
Yeah, but yet he still plays.
But he's being told to play as a defensive defenseman, and that just doesn't work for him.
Mm-hmm.
If you stick him with a guy like Muzzin, I think there's a chance that he could succeed. Like, he could be a top 4 defenseman.
Yeah.
But the issue is you got a left side that is, I argue, the best in the league.
Riley, Gardner, Dermott,
and Muzzin.
Yeah. Okay.
Name an NHL team other than maybe Nashville who has a better left side.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll have to go through the teams. I bet there is a better team, but
maybe Anaheim, borderline.
Jeez, I don't even know who Anaheim has.
Who's their left side? I know they got.
We can't talk about Anaheim. They're so bad this year.
Yeah, that's mostly due to Carlisle coaching. Because Carlisle.
Yeah, well,
when is like that? Well. This is it for Carlisle's career, right? There's no one who's going to hire him again.
You never know. The Ducks might hire him again.
No, that's going to be Dallas Eakins. We already know that.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, they could definitely do that.
Fowler, Lindholm.
Do you see a scenario where the Leafs could possibly trade Jake Gardner?
Yes. I could see Gardner going for a right-handed defenseman.
Yeah.
I could see
that
Gardner
too.
going in a package deal for Dougie Hamilton.
That's what I was gonna say actually.
I've wanted to do
Yeah.
that for a while.
Hamilton for Gardner, maybe Brown and a pick.
If that, I think Gardner and Hamilton could get it done, or Gardner and Brown could get it done.
Yeah, it could. Yeah.
Just that. Maybe throw in, I don't know, like Michael Carcone?
And you definitely don't think that they could do a bigger package, including Furland in that. And then like
I think you'd
Gardner,
have to,
Brown, Bracco.
You'd have to give up a lot more to get Furland. And I don't think the issue with Furland and picking him up is that you run into okay, we have him for this year, but we're giving up Jeremy Bracco, who's going to be an unbelievable asset for the Leafs in the future. For
Maybe.
1 year
We
of
don't
Michael
know.
Furland.
He hasn't proved anything yet.
Dude, he's like leading the league and leading the AHL in assists, and he's 21.
We all know that AHL is a completely different league, though.
Come on.
We don't know how well he's going to be.
Dude, you know he's 21 and he's tearing up a professional hockey league.
All right. Okay. We'll see. I don't know. I think it's a very good trade asset for the Leafs, though, if they make a trade for Bracco. The Leafs need to win. They need to try to the best of their abilities to win this year.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, because next year they're gonna have Matthews' contract 11.634.
Yep.
They're gonna have Marner at 10 to 10.5. If that, there might be more if he wants more.
I think they're gonna do a 4 or 5 year. It's tough with Marner.
It will definitely not be 5 years. They will not make that problem for
They
themselves.
They won't have John Tavares, William Nylander, Austin Matthews, and Mitch Marner coming up all at the same time.
Yeah.
If you do that, that's a death sentence.
Yeah.
I think Carolina makes a lot of sense. Dougie Hamilton, he's only 25, locked up for 3 more years at 5.75. Their left side is very lacking. Wow, that's bad.
Dougie Hamilton is their 4th best right-handed defenseman, which
That-
is hard to
whoa,
believe.
whoa.
Believe.
I'd take Dougie Hamilton over Justin Falk. At least.
Look at it. Look at the stats right now on their team.
All right, give me a second.
Look at ice time.
Oh crap. Oh god, I'm panicking.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, from what I've heard, I think Dangle said it as well, or it was, no, it was Doug McLean again. Doug McLean said that Dougie Hamilton is 4th on the Hurricanes in right-handed D-man time. So they have to get rid of someone. They could get rid of, I guess their worst player is Trevor Van Riemsdyk. I meant, like, in terms of ice time, Dougie Hamilton is the lowest.
Yeah.
Trevor Van Riemsdyk can't really be traded for much, though, because he's not that great, I guess. Yeah. So then you could look at Justin Falk or Brett Pesce, and they could get you some stuff in return, but they chose Dougie Hamilton. And Dougie Hamilton has been traded 3 times in his career so far, and he might get traded again by Monday.
Do you trust the Leafs in turning around his attitude issue and that being him too boring?
Too boring?
Yeah. Like the whole museum thing.
He
didn't want to go out and drink with the guys. He wanted to go to a museum. Sort of thing.
I didn't hear that story, no.
That's why he got traded from Calgary.
Is that actually?
It's one of the major reasons, yeah.
That trade that Calgary made was epic.
Oh, yeah. They
Lindholm
ripped them off.
So, yeah, that's the reason why he got traded. That's such a silly reason. Yeah, who cares about that? Trade him. The Leafs want to win. He's a good defenseman. He's a good player. Why wouldn't you want him?
He's put up 24 points. He's a -2.
He led all defensemen last year in goals. Well, he's tied with Brent Burns for 17 goals last year. 17 goals as a defenseman? That's really good. Imagine him on the Leafs. He could get 20 goals.
He's got 10 this year already.
Yeah.
It would make sense.
It would make a lot of sense.
It's just, do you want to give up Gardner? Or do you think...
Yes, get rid of Jake Gardner.
Do you think they could re-sign him?
Probably not. I don't think they can sign Gardner.
They're trying to. That's the thing. I think he's willing to take a discount if it's 8 years.
8 years for Jake Gardner?
Yeah.
Why? Oh my god. I don't want Jake Gardner on my team for 8 more years.
Really?
No.
You don't want a 60-point defenseman on your team for 8 years.
I don't. I want any other 60-point defenseman. I don't want Jake Gardner's defensive zone play on my team for 8 more years.
Gardner is never mind. I don't want him for 8 years. He's 28. He'll be 29 July 4th. Oh, hey, and American born on what do they call it in the U.S.? I'm blanking. Not Canada. It's Canada and Canada. Independence Day. There you go. I thought that was just a movie. 28, 8 years is 5.5. Who says no? Other than you.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. I would think a lot of Leafs fans would, honestly. I don't know if they can. If Jake Gardner's that good of a player. It really depends on the money. I know the Leafs need defensive help. Maybe I'm just like too hard on Jake Gardner, but.
What about Jakob Silfverberg? Do you see that?
I saw that. That's
a lot of money for a mediocre player.
It is.
Who's getting older.
But the cap is going up. What do you get? 5.25.
5.25 times 5.
I'm okay with that.
You're okay with that?
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
He's having not the greatest year, but I think last year he had a good year.
Yeah.
He's a potential 30-goal scorer still in this league. Getzlaf and Perry haven't been good help for him this year, obviously. But I think it's a good move. One of the better moves that Anaheim has done all year.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
I don't know. Like, at this point, I think Anaheim should just rebuild, start from scratch. You got a young goalie, 25. You can trade Getzlaf. Apparently, Vegas is really into him. So if you trade Getzlaf for a bunch of assets,
you think they should trade? They should have traded Silfverberg.
I think they should rebuild, but use Silfverberg as the base player.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
I agree with that. Yeah, and I think getting him on that kind of deal is good.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I just don't love it.
Yeah.
For
too much money.
Yeah.
You think?
I just yes, the cap So the thing with the cap is it's going to go up in 3-4 years. 2 years.
I think 2 years.
2 or 3 years because of the TV deal.
Yeah.
Right. That expires, and then you're going to get easily minimum $1 billion. Minimum.
Okay.
I'd say more like probably maybe even 2.
Yeah, maybe.
For the TV deal, which will up the cap. I think it'll be up to $100 million.
Okay. Sure.
And this Matthews deal is going to look unbelievable. But that Silfverberg deal will look not as bad in a few years.
Definitely not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I like the deal for Anaheim.
Okay. Well, there was also another massive signing.
Are we switching to baseball, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually 1:52. Time flies. We're supposed to be on the air for an hour. We're going to try and continue this.
I don't think anyone's going to show up. I hope no one shows up.
Well, I don't know if you guys heard, but it is our reading week. My mic was kind of not working at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, again, apologies for that.
That's all good. So yeah, like I said, it's our reading week. We chose to come in to do this for you guys.
Yeah.
We don't really know if anyone's listening, but yeah, you guys.
I'd assume there's some people.
Jackson's listening.
Yeah.
I think.
Shout out to Finch and Farrell. I don't think you guys are doing a show tomorrow, right?
I don't know.
You don't know? I think last week they told us they weren't, but they'll be on next week. I really don't know why they're not doing a show tomorrow. They really should be. Preview the Raptors Spurs game.
Hold on. Zach Finch is typing. He might be
here we go.
Something. I don't know.
What's he saying?
We are.
Oh, you are. You geniuses.
All right. Zach Finch, breaking news. Finch and the Fair will go live tomorrow at 5 o'clock.
5 to 6. I assume they'll be doing a lot of preview on the Raps Spurs game.
Raps game at 7.
DeRozan making his valiant return.
Yeah.
That should be interesting.
That'll be epic.
Raptors fans will definitely applaud him.
Yes.
Jakob Poeltl will definitely be forgotten about.
Do you think there'll be a tribute video for Jakob Poeltl?
I think there will be a tribute video for DeMar DeRozan, and then Jakob Poeltl's name at the end.
Yeah.
If we're being generous.
They gotta. they can't have them in the same video, I don't think.
They'll have one highlight of Jakob Poeltl dunking, and that's it.
Unless, okay, you know what? I think what they could do. How many years was Poeltl here for even?
Like 2.
Does
3.
He doesn't deserve one.
He played. They can't give one to DeRozan and not give it to Poeltl.
Yeah,
That's
but like
the
you
thing.
don't need to give for a player like Jakob Poeltl, you don't have to give a video. You could just like acknowledge him normally. But now, I think what the Raptors should do a video for Poeltl first. Like, I don't know how long. And then get that out of the way. And then DeRozan's video. So then you honor him. DeRozan's video needs to be last because there's going to be like a big standing ovation. Like, it's got to be the final tribute videos. That's what I would do if I was the Raptors.
Do you think DeRozan cries?
No. I think he's over it. I don't think he's got to cry.
I think he might.
Really?
Yeah. I think this team meant the world to him.
Yeah,
Did
I
you
agree
see
with
the
that.
interview we did recently?
I haven't been keeping up with DeMar DeRozan.
He did an interview with I think it was a San Antonio reporter. It might have been a Toronto guy. I can't remember. About you know how he came out last year with his whole depression. He came out. Yeah, he suffers from depression and pushed a lot for that. I think he'll cry because the city meant so much to him. This is home. He's gonna have his jersey retired.
Mr. I am Toronto.
Yeah, he will have his jersey retired. He left. The only reason he wouldn't cry is because of the animosity he has towards the organization.
Yes.
I think once a standing ovation happens, he might.
In the moment, yeah.
Because the fans meant so much to him.
I can see it actually now.
And he meant so much to us.
Mm-hmm.
He got so many people interested in that team.
Mm-hmm.
The dunk contest, the forgotten dunk contest, that'll be huge.
Yeah.
That'll be a big part of it. He's got so many memories here. There's no way he doesn't get emotional.
Yeah, I could see him shedding a couple tears. Definitely after the video or like during the video for sure. Yeah, I could see it actually. He might.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be emotional. I bet a lot of Raptors fans in the crowd are going to cry.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the Raptors players even.
Kyle Lowry's going to do something stupid and hilarious.
Yeah. It's gonna be an emotional wreck, I think, for some players and some fans for sure.
You think they're going to give him anything?
DeRozan?
Yeah. Have a sort of special ceremony beginning of the game, mid-game, honoring him for his time.
What would they do, though? No, I don't think
Give
so.
him a picture or something.
Like a watch.
Yeah, or a jersey signed by all his teammates. They go to every single one of his old teammates and get it.
It's like he gets an apology letter from Masai Ujiri.
That would be funny. That would be really funny.
Like a scroll.
That would guarantee Kawhi Leonard will never be a Raptor after this season.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a thank you for Kawhi Leonard.
Oh my God! If they did that, I may have to not support the Raptors for a little bit of time.
No, but yeah, for real, it's gonna be bad or it's gonna be emotional. DeRozan, it's gonna be good to see him back in Toronto. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. There's not much NBA news.
No, there are a couple 10 days. Raptors signed a guy, no name, who hasn't played since for 10 months because he got suspended for PEDs.
Yeah.
But
okay.
That's it.
Dunk competition, All-Star game.
Dunk competition was pretty dead. That guy dunking over Shaq was pretty sick.
Yeah, I saw that. That was good. Yeah, nothing special. Nothing's gonna compare to Aaron Gordon and what?
Is there anyone outside?
I don't think there's anyone else. Is there?
I don't know. I was asking if you could see anyone.
I'm gonna go take a look.
You're gonna go take a look? Okay. Well, I'll talk a bit.
Tee up the Machado.
You want me to tee up the Machado? You want to talk a bit about Manny? Manny, the guy who only cares about the money? We should start calling him Money Machado. That'd be pretty good. Yeah.
Didn't he do that money celebration at all last year?
Maybe. I can't remember. I wasn't following it that well. But for those of you who aren't familiar, Manny Machado signed a 10 years, $300 million with the San Diego Padres to never win an an MLB championship. Was an interesting deal. He reportedly left money on the table with the Phillies on an 8-year deal, which would have paid him $250 million, with a possibility of incentives being $350 million, which is a lot of money. But I think he wanted the guaranteed over the non-guaranteed.
I think Harper's going to go to Philadelphia. And I think he's going to get over $300 million.
Have you seen he's reportedly turned down offers of
over $350 million? Yeah.
$300 million. I haven't seen $350.
I saw $350.
This dude's crazy.
I know. Or maybe it was $300. Maybe I'm thinking something else. But yeah, I think he'll definitely get over $300 million now, especially now that Machado signed. He's the better player. They both thought that they were the better player. Machado, I guess, thought that he couldn't get a better deal. He's going to sign with San Diego. San Diego is a team that hasn't been good for quite a bit now. They signed Eric Hosmer last year, which was a big move for them, but they didn't have any other pieces around him. They have Fernando Tatis coming up.
Okay. You want someone on the show?
Do I?
I just got a couple buddies message me. One of them's a huge baseball guy. So if he's willing to talk baseball with 3 other of my friends, this should be interesting. You want to do it or no?
I mean, it's up to you. I don't know your friends.
I have zero trust in them, and they know that.
Oh, God.
So it's up to you. I'm leaving this to you.
Oh, why you got to put me on the spot? We're live.
Because it's fun, and why not?
I mean, we're past the hour already. I mean, if they know baseball, and it's 3 of them?
4 of them.
Oh, my. What, are they going to be on speakerphone?
Yeah, probably.
Apologies in advance for the bad audio quality.
You want to do it?
It's honestly up to you.
Here, keep talking about Machado and Harper. Sort this out.
Yeah. So Manny Machado, like I said, San Diego has some decent pieces, but nobody, no superstars until they just signed Machado. Basically, Eric Hosmer coming last year was a big ad for them. They have some good prospects. I think they have the best ranked prospect system in the entire league. So that's obviously good. Fernando Tatis is supposed to be very good. I don't think they got many pitching prospects. And I don't know why Machado would want to go to San Diego too much. Just for the money, I guess. He could have gone, I think, to the White Sox. That was a rumored possibility, but yet again, they're kind of in a similar boat as San Diego. I'm just looking through San Diego's roster right now. There's no pitcher that really catches my eye. Ian Kinsler at second base. They have Will Myers. I guess he's good. I guess they'll play him in the outfield. Hosmer at first, Kinsler at second, Myers in the outfield. They don't have an outfielder really other than Tyler Myers. Their infield's looking okay. Defensively, Ian Kinsler, Hosmer, Machado is very good.
Yeah.
They don't have a good catcher. I'm looking at
who is their catcher.
It says here that they got. Well, I don't know who their start. I think these are all just fringe starters. I don't even know who's their starter. Austin Hedges, I think. He's 26 years old. They got 4 guys right here. I think they've all been rotating, or maybe some are in the minor leagues. Pitchers and catchers just reported, so we don't know who's gonna be their starting catcher right now.
They've already reported? I thought it was 2 days from now.
No, pitchers and catchers reported. Yeah.
Really? I didn't realize that. Huh.
I know. Yeah, they did. They did.
Okay. Wow.
I don't think I'm wrong about that. I'm pretty sure they did. I saw. Marcus Stroman. He did his interview. We're gonna get into that.
Yeah. How about we take a quick break? Let me grab a drink. We can try and get these guys on because one of them knows baseball really well. The others. Two of them know basketball really well, and one knows hockey really well.
That was a clutch idea. Take a commercial break. It'll be our first commercial break ever.
First commercial break ever. You want to play some tunes?
Yeah. Let's do it. Let me see if I can pull up a song here, and
we'll take a quick break, and talk a bit more about this. Figure out what we want to do for the next little bit, and get back to you.
All right. Let's go.
So.
All right. We'll be back. Alrighty. We are back. We're still trying to figure out this whole phone thing, so I'm just going to talk some football while Connor sees if he can get this phone line to work, see if he can get his friends on the line.
Because I know absolutely nothing about football. It's still there.
All right, so it's the football off season. There hasn't been too much news, I guess you could say. I do want to talk a little bit about Antonio Brown. Last week I did bring up the fact that he released a goodbye video on Instagram saying that he basically wants to trade out of Pittsburgh. We don't know if he's definitely going to leave, but chances are the Steelers have agreed to work on a potential trade to get the superstar wide receiver out of town. So I made a couple notes on who could be a potential trade suitor for Antonio Brown. So we got a couple contenders here. The first one that I wrote down was the New York Jets. The Jets, they're a team that's been struggling. They got Sam Darnold a couple of seasons ago in the draft, and he's turned out decent. He's got some potential, and it looks like he's got some crazy arm strength. He had a great Week 1 win against the Detroit Lions as well. He demolished the Lions. So yeah, like I said, they don't have a premium wide receiver to surround Darnold with. So I think getting a guy like Brown could definitely bolster their team and give Darnold a good target. So I think that the Jets are a good potential trade suitor. Green Bay.
What would the Jets give up?
I mean, the price for Brown is not as high as I said before because of the video that he released. Chances are the Steelers were going to trade him even if he hadn't released that goodbye video. But I think now that they have to get him out of town, the trade price has lowered. I think that they could get him for a third-round pick.
That's it?
That's it.
Wow.
Okay. Do you know football trades?
No.
Football trades, you get, at the deadline, if you want to make, Golden Tate, for example, he was the Lions' second best wide receiver. They traded him for a third-round pick.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
okay.
he became the third best wide receiver on the Eagles. The Eagles, they lost obviously in the division round, I believe. Yeah, division round. So they didn't have a great ending to their season, but Tate definitely improved. So yeah, NFL trades, you can get guys for a fourth-round pick, good guys. So yeah, they could get Antonio Brown for a third-round pick. Before I would say a second and maybe another late-round pick, but like I said, because he released that video, the trade value has definitely decreased. Another team that could definitely be looking to add Brown are the Green Bay Packers. And I don't want to say this team because I'm a Lions fan. That's why I brought up the Lions just a few moments ago. So I don't want to see them get Antonio Brown, but I definitely think that he'd be a great fit, especially because the Packers are in a win-now mode. Aaron Rodgers is not getting any younger. And the Packers are also comfortable with trading away those draft picks because they're in a win-now mode. They don't need those guys. They want guys who can help them win right away. The Packers have had a lot of injuries on wide receiver recently. They have Randall Cobb. They got what's that guy? Adams. They got Adams. He's good too. But I think adding Antonio Brown makes them a serious contender to compete with teams like the Patriots. They have a triple threat on wide receiver if they get Antonio Brown, and I think that they could make some big noise next season if they land him. Is the phone working?
Yeah. All right. So I think we got this.
Okay, I think Connor figured out the phones.
We're gonna set you live if we can.
We're past our hour already. We're supposed to be done. We're just having some fun now, I guess. We just want to see if this works. And why not try it live? Why not see if this works?
And we're live. I think I just heard you guys.
Awesome.
All right.
So we got Aaron, Ben, Charlie, and Liam on the line right now. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hey, they don't. It's just me right now.
Okay, we only got Aaron then. So you want to talk baseball?
Where you from, Aaron?
I'm from Toronto.
Where in Toronto?
Midtown. Young and St. Clair area.
All right. How do you know Connor? Hello?
Hello?
I just hung up.
Guys, I don't think this is gonna. Sorry, guys, I don't think this is gonna work.
We're losing viewers.
It's getting a little tough to hear, and the phone line isn't great.
Yeah, we'll get it.
So-
We'll get it good next time.
We'll figure this out again with maybe a little bit more notice next time.
Yeah.
Possibly, guys. Might help out a little bit as opposed to on the after an hour of our show, but
All right.
whatever. Thank you for coming on.
Cool. Keep listening.
I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.
All right. So, do we want to keep talking about baseball?
Definitely.
I know some viewers listening right now. They want to hear baseball talk. So where's Bryce Harper going?
Your guess is as good as mine. You said the Phillies earlier
I-
when we were having a conversation before the show.
I said the Phillies. And there's been a lot of rumors surrounding that. And I think the Phillies are willing to give Bryce Harper his money. And they're also a team that hasn't been very good, but they have some good young pieces. And they could compete with Harper. The thing with Bryce Harper, though, I think he's going to be overpaid no matter what.
You think he's going to be overpaid no matter what?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Machado signing first will definitely cause Harper to get more money now because he thinks that he's better. If you look at his stats, specifically his batting stats, and fielding-wise, Bryce Harper isn't very good. He had a down year last year. He batted below 250.
Ooh,
That's not very
terrible.
good. He is a slugger, though, and he's supposed to be like a superstar, like one of the biggest faces in baseball. So that's why he's going to get paid, and he hits home runs. And that's what you pay your guys for, to hit home runs. But I do think that financially it's not a good move for any team to be paying Bryce Harper over $300 million. I think Machado's a better player. Personality-wise, I don't think Machado is that good of a person, saying that he doesn't hustle down to first base in a playoff game. Like, he wasn't showing any effort. I don't like that part of Machado, but he's a terrific fielder. He's a Gold Glove fielder. He can hit home runs. He can hit for average. He can drive some people in as well. Bryce Harper is a power guy, and he swings for the fences every time he comes up to the plate.
Yeah.
But it's definitely going to draw a lot of people to the stadium as well. I just think he's going to get overpaid. That's my opinion on that.
Of course, if you're getting paid $300 million, you're getting overpaid. Like, there's no human being on the planet who's worth $300 million to play a sport.
That's true.
Especially a team sport. If it's swimming, okay, maybe. But baseball, where, like, come on.
Yeah.
You can't win a game on your own.
I can kind of see, because the Yankees paid Giancarlo Stanton $325 million per year, but that was for I think that was for more. That was like 12-year contract.
He was younger though, wasn't he? I think he's still young, isn't he?
No. He's older. He's older than Machado, I think. I think he's like 27 or 28. But the guy deserved that money.
He's 25.
Giancarlo Stanton?
Yeah.
Oh.
29.
Yeah,
Sorry. He's getting paid 25.
25 what?
Mil.
A year?
Yeah.
For the 12 okay.
Yeah, he's giant too, by the way. He's like 6'6".
Yeah.
6'7".
Yeah, and he almost hit 60 home runs the year before he came to the Yankees. So that's why he got paid. Bryce Harper did not hit close to 60 home runs, and his average was a lot worse.
Yeah.
So that's my thoughts on that. Do you want to talk Jays at all?
Jays? Yeah, we could talk Jays.
I want to talk Stro Show.
Stro Show? Stro Show is going to be a no-show this season.
Yeah. You think that?
Yeah.
I don't know. He had some big words.
I don't think he's going to be on the Jays at the start of the season.
Whoa, okay. So that's like February. That's like less than 2 months away.
Yep. I think that if the Jays are smart, they dump him as fast as possible. First of all, he's a toxic personality.
No. I disagree. But
he's
keep
toxic.
going. Okay.
He's not even that good of a pitcher.
Okay.
Like, let's be realistic here. He's not that good. It's just he's marketed himself so well that it
okay.
it's helped. He is
Okay.
he's just an issue in my opinion. I don't like the guy.
All right. I think he's a good pitcher. He was like top 5 ERA just 2 seasons ago. Last season he sucked though. He had an ERA over 5. And that might have something to do with the injury problems, obviously. Like he wasn't healthy at all last season. And when he said in his interview, and I want to play a bit of the interview. Actually, I have it right here.
Do you have it? All right.
I just want to play the end of it, but I kind of want to tee it up. So this is Marcus Stroman, pitchers and catchers report. I think, unless I'm wrong and I'm an idiot for thinking that, but no, I think pitchers and catchers reported. So Marcus Stroman is in Dunedin. He's talking to
Dunedin. I thought it was Dundee.
No, Dunedin.
Dunedin?
Yeah,
Okay.
Dunedin.
I've been saying that the wrong
Dundee.
way for my entire life.
Matt Sundin.
Matt Sundin.
So this is him talking to the Toronto Blue Jays press at basically pitchers and catchers report. And yeah, let's take a listen.
All right.
If I got it here, if it works.
You playing it? Nope. I got the wrong one going.
No?
No? Give me a second. I just got to sort this out.
Is
This
it
will only
on?
take a
Is the
second.
mic on?
Yeah.
It's playing. Maybe because the phone, it got...
Maybe the phone did it, yeah. How about you just talk it for a second while I set this up again?
Yeah, so yeah, Stroman's interesting because if I were the Jays, if you trade him right now, I don't think you're maximizing his full value because he did have a bad year last year, and that's what other teams are going to base his value on. So I don't think if you trade Stroman right now, I don't think you're going to get the best in return for him. He said in his interview that I was going to play if it works. He said that he's going to have a way better season. He said that whoever says that he sucks that he sucked last year, he's laughing at them because he's going to have a way better season this year. And he considers himself one of the leaders in the locker room now.
No way. Come on.
I don't know. I don't disagree with that.
Like, he's a leader. Is he okay, maybe he is a leader. Is he a good leader?
No, because he hasn't proven it. He hasn't proven that he is a good leader. He said in his interview, very passionate interview, by the way. This guy, he's in your face, kind of a bit cocky for a guy who did have an ERA over 5 last year, but
that is terrible.
I know that it's very bad. But like I said, injuries. It's interesting to see what he said, and he was very confident when saying that this team. He was calling out management as well, saying that they have to build a team that's competitive to win every single day.
It's called a rebuild for a reason. You're rebuilding your franchise.
They don't. Marcus Stroman does not expect that. He wants them to play Vladdy Guerrero Jr. to start the season as well. I think a lot of Blue Jays fans do. But they're gonna have to wait a month because management is not, because of the whole contract thing with Vladdy Guerrero Jr.
I have no idea how that works. So you want to fill me in?
Yeah, if they play him to start the season, then they basically lose a year of his contract. So then they have to sign him a year quicker. So they want another year. So they want to wait to call him up. And like Blue Jays fans, you guys want Guerrero on this team. I know that, but you can wait one more month. It's not like a couple months. It's 1 month, and he's on your team for another season.
You're tanking.
Like the Leafs would love this situation.
Yeah, I know. You're literally tanking. Like,
yeah,
playing him would be so stupid.
You're not gonna win this year. They're not gonna make the playoffs. They're not even. They might not even finish third in their division.
They're not. The Orioles. Oh. The Orioles are the Orioles. They're going to be the worst team in baseball, maybe ever.
The Rays. I don't know what the Rays are doing.
The Rays are okay. They always somehow find a way to do well.
Well, not well. Like third.
Okay. The Yankees and Red Sox, you're not catching them.
You're not catching them. Yeah, you cannot compete with the Red Sox and Yankees, so do not think that Vladdy Guerrero was going to change that. He's one player. I know he's really, really good, and you want him on your team. Just wait another month, and this guy's going to be hitting homers in August for you guys.
You want to try to play that interview one more time?
Sure.
See if it works?
Yeah.
That is not working, is it?
Is the volume up?
Yep.
No? Why? Our music was working
I don't know.
fine.
Yeah. I must have done something by accident.
Let
me try.
maybe the volume on my phone?
Oh,
Try
could
it
that
again.
be it? Let me kill there we go.
Oh,
Was
sick.
your phone?
Like,
All
honestly,
right.
Here we go.
I promise y'all, like, I'm in a great place mentally. Like, the trade rumors, it's a business. It is what it is. I could care less. I'm at a point in my career where there's going to be trade rumors. I can tell you one thing. There's no one that embodies or loves pitching for the city of Toronto or the country of Canada more than me. Nor will you ever find that. No one. I can promise you that. That's raw passion, emotion, that's real. I go back to the city of Toronto and country of Canada all the time in the off-season because I want to see people, because I enjoy the culture. You can't teach that. That's something that's ingrained in me that I love. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on that.
All right. So there it is.
Yeah.
There's the cockiness, passionate Marcus Stroman.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the issue that everyone has with him is it's always him against everyone else. When in reality,
That's what he's lived by, though. Like,
but people are getting tired of that, right?
I like Marcus Stroman. I'm a big Marcus Stroman fan. I'd buy his jersey.
You'd buy his jersey.
I don't think
that's a risky purchase.
Just because he's got to get traded. I give him a chance this year. Like I said, the guy finished top 5 in ERA 2 seasons ago.
So you think you should let him pitch his season and then deal him? Or do you think they should keep on to him forever?
Why trade him right now, though?
Yeah,
Why?
I get it.
He has no value. He just had the worst season of his career. If you trade him right now, management would be stupid. I don't know what they would get back for him. If he pitches like he said he's going to pitch in that interview, and he has an ERA around 3, you can get a really good in return for him. You can get more than what they got for J Happ because he's a lot younger and he's got a lot more potential than J Happ ever did.
Would you let him pitch the start of the season if he's doing really well? Would you trade him at the deadline?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so you want to see him get more
value.
So you want to see him do better so that you get more for him as opposed to dealing him right now.
And it also depends on how the rest of the team is doing. If Stroman does well and Sanchez does well, they're not going to be too far out of the playoff pit, out of the wild card. I don't think they will be too far out of the wild card. And management will have to make that decision when the time comes at the deadline. Do you trade Marcus Stroman? If he's pitching really well, like if he's got an ERA like 2.5, I don't know if you trade him. Maybe even 3. I don't know if you do trade him at 3. If he's like, management will just have to make that decision, and it depends what you can get back for him because he has to be worth his dough for sure.
So you really want to up the value on him.
Definitely.
Okay, I guess that's smart. I think it's smart asset management realistically.
Yeah.
As opposed to panic and just tank now. Yeah.
Exactly.
Gives people something to cheer for.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I don't know. Yeah, like if you look at the rest of their rotation, they lost Estrada, they lost Happ. They got Sanchez, but he's been dealing with injuries as well. Sanchez and Stroman could be a very good combo, though.
If Sanchez can fix his fingers.
Yeah, I mean, he had the whole offseason to figure that out, so hopefully he did. Off the top of my head, I actually don't know who the Jays have as starting pitcher. I think they got like Carpenter or Shoemaker or something.
I don't know. I've basically stopped following at this point.
Do they still have like Joe Biagini? Like, as soon as the Jays,
I think they do still have Biagini.
As soon as I realized that this was just going to be a bad year, I've just stopped really following them. Except for like this whole Stroman thing.
They got Ryan Barucki.
Oh yeah, okay. There's a bit of excitement right there. Okay. Now it's coming back to me. They got Sean Reed Foley as well. He's good.
Maybe, I have no idea. Ken Gillies, he's a good closer.
Giles.
Giles. David Phelps. Clayton Richard.
Oh yeah, I remember. They just got him.
Matt Shoemaker. There you go.
They just signed John Axford as well in the bullpen. Canadian
that was to a
guy.
minor league deal, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think he'll make the team.
Okay. Ryan Tapara, whatever. Joe Biagini. God, he looks so dumb. Like,
He's such a clown.
did you see him on Jimmy Fallon a couple of years ago?
I saw it. I don't remember what happened though. I saw it.
Jimmy Fallon basically ignored him for a high five.
Yes.
And then they
yes.
brought him on the show because they realized he was famous.
I saw it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
God, that was bad. Sam Gaviglio,
I didn't like him last year.
Trent Thornton.
Don't know who that is.
There you go. Thomas Pannone.
Yeah. He was okay. He had a great start last year in an afternoon game. I remember that. And yeah, he could be a fifth starter for them or a bullpen. He's a lefty.
Thomas Pannone. Did I just say that?
Yeah, you just said that.
Tim Meza.
Yeah, he's okay.
David
Lefty.
Paulino.
Yeah, he's good. He was the return for Osuna.
Oh, okay. He was? I thought it was the other guy.
Giles and Paulinho.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Elvis Luciano.
Oh, I've heard that name. Yeah. He could be a good bullpen guy. I think he throws pretty hard.
Okay, he doesn't have a picture on Google. I'm getting to the guys who don't have pictures on Google, which is when
very
you know
good.
they're nobodies. Jacob. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Wagyu Spack?
No idea.
Julian Merriweather.
Okay, yeah. No, they got him for Donaldson.
You've got a memory that's crazy.
Yeah.
Patrick Murphy.
No, I don't know these guys.
Yency Diaz. What a name. Yency.
Jens.
Baseball's got
All
great
right, so
names.
basically they don't have a lot of good players. On offense, they signed Freddie Galvez, who's great defensively. He's got a bit of pop, I think. Doesn't really hit for average, though. I think he said that he wants to be a big mentor for Vladdy Guerrero Jr. as well.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. But he's still young. Like, he's not... They don't have a leader on the team. Stroman was also saying in the interview he had guys like LaTroy Hawkins and Mark Burley and Bautista, Edwin, Josh Donaldson when he was coming up as a young pitcher in the MLB. So he had guys to go to and pick their brains and get knowledge from them. Vladdy Guerrero Jr. is kind of by himself right now. I don't know who that leader is. Maybe, I don't trust Kevin Pillar. I've been saying this for a while. They should trade Kevin Pillar. He's got some value to him defensively. Get rid of him.
If you trade Kevin Pillar, you lose the fan base. That's the issue they have. He's the biggest marketing tool they have in that roster. Period.
You do. Yeah.
That Superman stuff.
Yeah.
You trade that, you lose all of your fans, all of your casual fans, right? Because he's the name everyone associates the Jays with. That's
I guess.
You should trade him, yes, because he has a ton of value and you're rebuilding, but you still got to sell tickets. You don't sell tickets, you don't make money. You don't make money, you don't have a team. Even though Rogers, one of the biggest organizations in Canada, owns him.
Oh, yeah. Trent Thornton came over from Houston for Aledmus Diaz. That was the last.
Okay.
Shout out to Tyler Moore.
All right.
He's also very... We should get him on the show. He's good.
If we can figure the phone out,
Not...
we can.
I don't want to put him on the spot right now, but
Oh, no, in the future.
Yeah, in the future, definitely.
Yeah, we can get... We'll definitely have people on. We'll have, some of our friends. Again, we want to try to have Nicole on.
Yeah, some athletes.
Some athletes. I think there's a couple of people in our program who do stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe my cousin. I could try to get her on. She's a goalie for the city. She's an retired... How do I put this? Because she isn't retired officially, but she doesn't play and is not employed. So... Exiled? Does that work?
Sure.
All right. She was exiled in that the team she played for drafted a bunch of goalies, so now she's no longer the third one. So maybe try to get her on, get her to tell some stories. Yeah, we got a lot of hopes for this stuff. But
A lot of people that are knowledgeable in sports that we know.
Yeah.
That's for sure. A lot of people could very much be where we are right now. We just chose this program. But, a lot of people know sports. That's for sure. And we want them to share their opinions.
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna start this off by saying I apologize in advance for whatever I say.
Are we talking MLS now? Yeah, you're talking.
Yes.
Okay, you're doing your MLS thing. Okay.
Oh no! Please get involved.
Yeah, I'm trying to get involved in this MLS stuff. I've never followed it. I read an article if I can remember what happened. They lost. They got creamed in Panama a couple days ago.
Creamed is not the right word for it.
They didn't get a shot.
They got.
Is that what I read?
They did not get a shot on target.
So that's even worse. That's even worse than So they didn't get. Sorry, what? They didn't get a shot on target.
Not a shot on target.
Yeah.
Allowed 4. Almost said something bad. Goals. Allowed 4 goals against a team from Panama.
And this is their first year in the tournament as well, right?
This is their first year in Champions League.
Yeah.
Their best player is a 40-year-old center back. 40 years old playing soccer.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Alex Bono cannot play goalkeeper. Like, he had don't get me wrong, he was great at the beginning of last year.
I think you're talking a bit too close to the mic. Just a bit.
Sorry.
Just a tad.
He was great at the beginning of last year, and he was great 2 years ago, but holy crap, he sucks. His positioning is like, ugh.
Like worse than Nikita Zaitsev on the penalty kill?
Even worse than that. Even worse than that. It's disgusting. And then we get to Marky Delgado. Marky Delgado hasn't made a pass in like a year.
Who's that? Who's that guy?
He's a midfielder. He's U.S. international. Somehow he gets called up to the U.S. national team all the time. I don't understand how.
So he's on TFC.
Yes, he's on TFC.
All right.
You really do need to read up on this, don't you?
I read that. I know Giovinco's gone.
Giovinco is gone.
I know. They had Vasquez. He's gone, or
Yes.
he's like negotiating something.
Vasquez was transferred to Qatar. They never I can't remember the team they specified. They just brought in a keeper, backup keeper from the Spanish league. He's an American guy. But he's old. He's like 33, so he's a backup.
And then Altidore, he wasn't playing.
Altidore is still recovering from surgery.
Is that a good excuse for them to not play well? Like,
Oh, hell no.
But their team is completely different then without those 3 guys.
I don't care. They should beat Panama. They should
okay.
beat this
All
team
right,
from
I don't
Panama.
know. Okay, sure.
They have Laurent Simon, Chris Mavinga, Justin Morrow, and Auro Jr. in the back line.
Okay. I don't know any of those guys, but all right.
Auro Jr. they just bought. He's a Brazilian he's from Brazil. He's 23. They had him on loan from last year. They just bought Simon from Liga. My mom's getting mad at me because I'm ripping TFC.
Jeez.
I'm going to continue this, by the way. Yes, you can't change anything. I am royally pissed about this. Chris Mavinga is an unbelievable defender, and the fact that they were able to pick him up for what they did, which was basically nothing last year, amazing. And Justin Morrow is one of the best fullbacks, wide midfielders in MLS.
Interesting.
And yet we allowed 4 goals to a no-name team from Panama.
That's bad.
That
That's
is
really bad.
brutal.
So are they out now, or
No.
are they still qualifying for this tournament?
So right now they're in the round of 16.
Oh, okay.
So they do a home leg and then a home leg. So they play
Round of 16 of the qualifier, or round of 16
Of
of
the tournament.
Champions League? Of Champions
Of
League.
Champions
so this
League,
is
yeah.
like the tournament that has like Real Madrid.
No,
and,
no,
like,
no, 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 no,
no,
no. This is CONCACAF Champions League.
Oh, okay. This isn't the Euro.
No, the Euro Champions League.
They don't go into that.
No, Euro Champions League is all teams from Europe. CONCACAF is all teams from.
Didn't TFC like do well in this tournament like a couple years ago?
Yeah, they went to the final last year.
Yeah.
Hence why I'm really pissed.
Okay.
That's what screwed their season last year, actually. The fact that they went so hard in the prelims,
Yeah.
like in CONCACAF, they got injured. It was brutal.
Mm-hmm.
But this year, yes, they're going to be worse. Like, don't get me wrong, losing Giovinco and losing Vasquez, that hurts a lot. Don't get me wrong, they're 2 unbelievable players, and they're going to
Very
win.
good. They're like their star players, Giovinco especially.
They're going to beat this Panamanian.
Sure.
I don't know. Team from Panama. Independente, something like that.
I read that too. I couldn't pronounce it.
They're going to beat them on Tuesday because they play in Toronto on Tuesday.
Is it best of 3?
It's a 2, so it's a home and home, 2
Yeah.
legs.
Oh, and then it's like
and
the
it's goal differential.
combined whatever. Oh, so it's gonna be tough.
It's going to be very tough.
4-0.
But this team from Panama has never dealt with the cold before.
Oh,
They're going to be coming in playing in negative 4-degree weather.
true. Interesting. Okay.
They're going to have so many injuries, and they're going to get so tight.
So I guess
Toronto FC are just going to murder them.
So I guess it's kind of like a good thing. Well, it's not a good thing that they lost 4-0, but it's better that they lost 4-0 on the road.
Oh,
'Cause if
yeah,
they
yeah,
lost
yeah.
At home, it would have been a lot worse.
Well, this just means they have to beat this team 5-0 to move on.
That seems hard. That's
Well, they have to beat them
huge.
5-0, or they have to tie 4-0. Like they tie 4-0 if they won at home, and then it would go into penalties,
Oh, okay.
which Toronto FC are terrible at because if you watch the game,
So it just has to be a differential of 4 or
Yeah.
5.
but away goals count as more.
Oh, okay.
So if the
Yikes.
team
That's
from Panama
tough.
scores
1 goal.
1 goal, we're screwed. We're done.
Yikes.
There's no way we move on.
Well, that's
No way.
gonna be tough. If they let in 4 goals, they should probably let in 1.
The way this team from Panama beat them is they're rapid. They are fast as hell. Like, they ran circles around us, and they're not going to be able to do that in the cold. Because if you've ever run in the cold, you know your body seizes up, and it's tougher to run.
Beginner's luck, though.
It's gonna be
gotta
shock.
remember that. Beginner's luck.
It's going to be a shock factor. Toronto FC have played in the winter. They didn't play last year 2 years ago, but a lot of the players on this team are still players who played in 2 years ago. Like Bradley's used to it. Osorio's used to it. Delgado's used to it. Mavinga, Morrow. If he plays, Jordan Hamilton. But I don't know what's happened to him. Like they re-signed him, but they're just not playing him. Like clearly Terrence Boyd needs time to adjust to whatever Toronto FC's lineup is and their tactics. But like, it's just so tough, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very frustrating, especially with it being the first game of the season. And Toronto FC fans really, really freaked out on Twitter.
Yeah. Did you?
Oh, yeah. I did. I really freaked out. But there also has to be a voice of reason there saying, look, Ali Curtis and Manning, Bill Manning, I think, are both in Belgium right now negotiating with Genk about this Pozuelo, Alejandro Pozuelo.
Talked about that last week.
Yeah, they're still negotiating with them. It might happen. It might not. Apparently, they have other options if this falls through, which
Like
is
other
a big
signings or within
signings.
signings?
So like they have other options to negotiate,
All right, that's good.
which is a massive positive. Simon, it was his first game back in MLS in like over a season, or not even, no, in like 6 months. He'd played in France and probably hadn't gotten a lot of playing time. It's something where if they don't sign Pozuelo and they don't bring in a striker that is at least healthy, you're going to struggle really, really badly this year. And TFC fans aren't going to buy that.
Yeah. Well, they had their runs. They had their runs a couple of years ago. I guess TFC is their fans aren't. That's not good enough for them. They want more.
Well, you sold. So as we were just talking about with the Jays, Kevin Pillar is the face of that franchise.
Yeah,
right?
I guess. Yeah.
Like that's the one casual fans always relate with. So that was Sebastian Giovinco for Toronto FC.
Oh, probably more so.
If not more so, yeah.
Yeah, like
So
he was their player.
When you transfer out him and Vasquez, who are both integral pieces, it hurts. It hurts the fans, and you have to somehow explain why this happened. And in a league like MLS, you can't rebuild. It's so hard to rebuild because the only way you succeed, especially in football, is you have to buy players. You have to pay money. And if TFC aren't going to pay money, you're not going to do well. It's not like baseball or hockey where there's a draft that you can actually get good players. The MLS Super Draft is terrible. Like, it's just terrible.
How old do you have to be drafted into that?
Probably 18.
Okay, so it's kind of like NHL. But yeah, the players, I guess, they aren't.
No, they're all
superstar
They're all
types.
university college.
Okay. And so like MLS will have its own draft?
That's the MLS Super Draft.
Okay.
And it's just not. It's not very good. Like,
So you can't tank. You
No.
have to spend your money.
you have to spend money.
That's difficult.
That's difficult for
Is
any...
there a salary cap?
Yes.
Okay.
for everyone except for the DPs, which on TFC is Altidore and Bradley right now, and possibly Pozuelo when we bring him in.
What, the designated players?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Designated players.
Okay.
It's easier to refer to them as DPs because
DP. Well, I thought you were gonna say DB, and I was like defensive back.
no.
I don't know. Sorry, I'm just trying to talk soccer right now. I can't.
Yeah. So yeah, like it's frustrating. It's very, very, very frustrating, but it's going to get better. Is
Yes.
the only thing I can say.
It's going to get better.
Toronto FC are in Europe. They're negotiating with players. They're gonna bring them in. This deal with Spendes guy fell out, but apparently they're still negotiating, and there's still interest. So like, you got to stay positive, right? That's the only way you can really look at the situation. Either you stay positive, or everyone's gonna end up rioting in the streets, and TFC know this. So they have to make sure that the fans are still positive when they sign these guys, so that it doesn't get to the rioting in the streets point.
I don't think it will get to that.
You've never seen TFC fans before, have you?
I have.
Oh,
I watched their championship games. I know how crazy they are. Yeah.
I think they would riot. If you
Really?
read what they're saying on Twitter, they were after heads.
Okay.
They wanted Greg Vanney fired. They hated the Simon signing. Realistically, the Simon signing wasn't unbelievable because he's getting old, but whatever. Other soccer news, Champions League going on right now.
In Europe. This
In
is
Europe.
this is the big one. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are not able to, or I'm not at least able to watch it.
Nobody is, right? Because it's not on TV. It's not televised.
It is on DAZN,
Yeah.
DAZN or
yeah,
DAZN.
DAZN. Do you have to pay for that?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
But I guess we can sort of run through the scores. I think there was a bunch of controversy around certain games. Man City, that was huge. Down 2-1 at the half, came back to win 3-2 against
That's good.
Schalke, which
That's
is
good.
crazy. Atletico Madrid beat Juventus, which Cristiano Ronaldo plays for Juventus.
Right. I know that. Yeah.
Kept them scoreless, which is big. Lyon, Barcelona tied. Tottenham beat Dortmund 3-0. That's pretty big.
Dortmund's good.
Dortmund's
I remember them
good.
being good. Yeah.
Ajax lost to Real Madrid 2-1, and I think there was some controversy in there surrounding offsides and VAR.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
But again, I can't follow it because DAZN
Right.
covers
DAZN.
it, and they also don't allow like clips and stuff to be put on Twitter because DAZN owns it and they
Oh.
don't do it.
Really? That's
Yes.
tough.
It's very frustrating.
No highlights.
No highlights.
Wow.
So like
That's rough.
if you look to see a VAR moment, you can't because they don't allow it to go on. Like you don't allow it to go on Twitter. It says this is not allowed in your area.
Oh, okay.
It's
I see.
restricted in your
Yeah.
place or whatever. And then finally, Liverpool Bayern drew 0-0. That's big because Coman, he's a French wide midfielder, possibly sustained an injury. I believe he's healthy. I believe it wasn't a big deal. But if he does get injured, Canadian Alphonso Davies,
Oh, I know him. Yeah. Vancouver, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
he drew into the starting 18 or into
Yes.
the 18,
For Bayern, yes. Good job.
which is crazy
That's
for a
huge.
Canadian to be on one of the biggest teams in the world, their roster.
Yeah.
Like, that's
He's young, too. He's pretty young.
18.
Yeah.
I think he might be younger than us.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm going to look that up. He's having a great sort of time at Bayern. He's learning a lot. He's making, if you follow him on Instagram, he makes he's clearly making some friends, some basketball trick shots, stuff like that. He's got a
Cool.
YouTube channel if you want to check it out.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, Alphonso Davies, birth date, November 2nd, 2000.
I am younger than him.
So, I'm older. Yeah. Did you, side thought, you watched the Rio 2016 Olympics?
Yeah.
How did you
Okay.
feel when Penny Alexiak was doing crazy and you were sitting on your couch?
I don't know if I watched that, actually.
You
Wait,
didn't
what?
watch Penny Alexiak? The swimmer? Canadian swimmer?
I probably watched it. I don't remember.
The
That's a while ago.
16-year-old?
No, I don't remember it.
She's our age and she won like a gold, a silver, and like 2 bronzes.
Okay. What's up with her?
She was our age.
Yeah, okay.
At
oh, you just
16.
Yeah, That's crazy.
I felt so brutal sitting at home watching her. Like, she's at the Olympics. I'm sure sitting on my couch watching her do it.
Jeez, yeah.
Her brother, by the way, you saw he got traded in the Pens thing. I don't know if we talked about that.
No, I don't think we did.
He got traded back to the Stars for the same pick.
Oh, wait, what? Jamie Alexiak.
Yeah.
That's her brother?
Yeah.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, did we talk about that? I think we did a bit. We might have.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, that was basically a nothing for nothing trade then, because
It
like canceled out everything that happened because Pittsburgh traded them or got back the exact same pick that they traded to Dallas for Alexiak in the first place. So it's like the Penguins got a free half a season and playoff run.
I think it was more than that. I think it was a season.
No, well maybe it adds up to a season. Yeah, half last season, half of this season, I guess. And a playoff run with Jamie Alexiak. All 6-7 of Jamie Alexiak. For nothing. For really nothing.
Yeah. I can't believe the NHL actually let that happen. That's like a loan. Like you loan a player to him.
Yeah, I guess well, no, NHL doesn't really care about that too much. They can do whatever they want. I don't think they have like the rights to overturn or say like, hey, Dallas, you got to add in another pick or something or a different pick. Yeah, I don't know. It's almost 3:00.
Yeah, I am scrolling through Twitter to see if there's any breaking news.
Oh, I wish.
See if there's anything just before we end.
I was talking about Antonio Brown and then I got cut off a bit.
Oh, right. Continue Antonio Brown, please.
Brown. So yeah, I was like talking about the Jets and the Packers maybe being teams that would want Antonio Brown. Another team would be San Francisco, and there's been a lot of rumors about that. There's been a lot of like photoshopped images of Brown in a 49ers uniform circulating around social media as well. Also, there was a report that Antonio Brown has asked former 49er and former CFL player, or no, former Buffalo Bill, Terrell Owens.
Yeah,
yes?
He played for the Bills, and he tried out for the Eskimos.
Yes, yeah.
Like for
T.O.
like half a week.
T.O. That's what we call him here in Toronto. About living in the Bay Area. So he asked Owens how it is to play in the Bay Area and what it's like living there. And also, the biggest reason why they can do it, San Francisco, is because they have $76 million in cap space.
Wow.
And they have a major hole at wide receiver. And also, they just locked up Jimmy Garoppolo. So they need someone to put around him to like give him some help because they don't have any help right now. And if they're committing to Garoppolo, they're committing to winning. So why not go after Antonio Brown? Spend your $76 million of cap space. A little bit of that will go to Brown.
Seems too perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should probably wrap up finally with last night's basketball game. The Duke, North Carolina.
Yeah, sure.
Talk a little bit about Zion and then get out of here because it's been, almost 2 hours? Hour and 55 minutes?
Did you see all those? Yeah, it's been 2 hours. Did you see like all those NBA players tweeting out stuff? Like it was LeBron tweeted stuff out like praying for the little guy. Well, not the little guy, but like the young guy. Donovan Mitchell.
It wasn't that serious though. It was only like a minor knee sprain apparently.
Mild.
Or
I
mild.
Heard, yeah, mild.
Mild. Minor mild, same thing.
Yeah, that was interesting because it happened so quickly into the game. I was watching it over this morning. Yeah, he like broke his shoe.
Yeah. Do you see what happened to Nike shares? I'm just reading this now. They dropped a full percent.
Jeez.
Which is crazy after
the comments were like Nike or Adidas, like what team are you on?
Yeah. And then the one Luka Doncic posted on Twitter, really funny, because Victor Oladipo was like, "Oh, this is why." I mean, I can read the exact statement.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell, direct quote from Twitter. Again, let's remember all the money that went into this game.
Yeah.
And these players get none of it.
Mm-hmm.
And now Zion gets hurt. Something has to change at NCAA. Luka Doncic replied with, like, quote tweeted it, "Go play in Europe." With a emoji. He can't really see it. And that sort of blew up. It's got 91.7 thousand favorites, 15.7 thousand retweets.
Jeez. Yeah.
And then the tickets.
$2,000.
$2,000. That's crazy.
The game.
Game,
Was
yeah.
that a surprise to you? Duke
Once
lost.
Zion went down, I knew they were screwed. Because
Yeah.
after Zion, they have
There's no game after
Like,
that.
RJ Barrett's good, and I think he might be better than Zion
You think
in the future.
You think he goes first overall, or do you think Zion?
No, Zion will go first overall.
I think so too. He's more of a franchise player you can build around.
Zion has been, in my opinion, like I don't know basketball that well, like college basketball at least in
Yeah,
developing.
same. Not so much. Yeah.
And I think he's really succeeded a lot more because of his size. He's a huge, huge dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's 6'7", 285.
Yes.
And he has like a 40-inch vert. That is a massive asset in college basketball where the players aren't as good in the NBA and aren't as big.
Mm-hmm.
When he hits the NBA, it's going to be a massive culture shock because he's not going to be able to push guys around like he did in college, in my opinion.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that. Yeah.
And I think RJ Barrett has a bit more skill to him.
He's more of like a long range shooter, right? RJ Barrett.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. From watching last night,
Mm-hmm.
he's a bit more of a playmaker.
And Zion's more like all around. Like he's more of like a LeBron James, and
Yeah.
Barrett's like a Steph Curry more.
I
wouldn't say like all just.
I'd say like
three-point shooter?
maybe compare him with like DeMar DeRozan sort of.
Yeah.
thing.
Okay. Sure.
But
yeah.
I don't know if he can defend or not. I don't pay much attention
Yeah.
to college basketball because I think it's stupid.
Well, Barrett dropped 33 points yesterday. He led Duke.
That's really good.
Yeah. On the second highest was on UNC. That was May. He got 30.
Did you watch the replays or the game? No?
I did not.
There was one guy at point guard on North Carolina had the greatest hair.
Yeah.
He had a massive afro.
That's all you're focusing on?
No,
Just
like
Afro?
it was. I just hope he gets drafted because I want to see that in the NBA.
Is he a good prospect? Like, did he play well?
He looked good. Like he looked like he played well.
Okay.
But again, I don't know his name because, again, I don't pay attention to college basketball. But I feel like we should at least address it.
Yeah. Sure.
But yeah, I guess is that it? Do you have anything else you want to get to?
I mean, we covered basically every single sport. We talk Leafs at the top of the show.
We forgot Kaepernick.
You want to talk Kaepernick?
I think we should talk Kaepernick.
All right.
We'll talk about Kaepernick for like 2 minutes and then we'll head, because I think both of our voices are starting to go.
Okay, that sounds good.
Our throats are, at least.
Okay, so you guys all know about the Colin Kaepernick thing. If you listen to Zach's podcast last semester, that was his whole topic, the Colin Kaepernick thing. Like, who's gonna sign him? Is any team willing to sign him? The whole like obviously the kneeling, and the controversy with that, and how like the NFL doesn't really like him, and like Kaepernick thinks that like the NFL just doesn't want him to play on a team.
It's basically proven at this point that the NFL doesn't like him.
So there was a settlement. There was a settlement agreed a couple days ago.
Yeah. I want to say like Monday to this past weekend.
Yeah.
It was after the last show for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And it was a outside of court because they were at. He was fighting them in court.
Yes.
And
And the other guy was too, right? The other guy who kneeled, or was it just Kaepernick's case that got Eric Reed? Was he fighting it as well?
I don't know. I can't remember. I gotta look it up.
I saw the statement, and the NFL said that because Eric Reed did sign with a team last season, and that was pretty big news because he was also kneeling with Kaepernick. And then the NFL released a statement saying that they hope that Kaepernick can now find a team that will sign him and he can move on with his career.
According to the CBC headline, Colin Kaepernick, Eric Reed settle collusion
Correct.
lawsuits with NFL.
Yes. So it was both.
Yeah. But that was for a lot of money.
We don't know.
It was reported to be between 60 and 80 million.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't see the report. I didn't know I don't think they're gonna release anything.
No, they
about
won't.
that.
I think it was an NDA.
Yo, I think. Oh.
I think there was an NDA.
I think we gotta go.
Really?
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
No. Oh, geez.
No, never mind.
Does someone else have a radio show?
I don't know. Let me check the schedule.
Oh God, that would be awful if they just missed. We gotta get out of here then.
I don't think so. They would have knocked, right?
I would think.
Let me check the schedule. 2 to 3,
What are
3
their
to 4.
names?
There's nothing.
Okay, good. Thank God, because some people just looked in our window
Free form.
and they were just like looking at us like, "What are you guys doing in
this
here?"
isn't
And they just
the-
left.
This isn't the updated schedule. Never mind.
Oh no.
This is last term.
Let me look at this schedule. I feel so bad right now.
I recognized her. I think she's in.
She's in our program, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, keep going with this Kaepernick thing. Let me
Oh
look
yeah.
at this.
So I saw the agreement being between 60 and 80 million, the settlement, and that possibility he could be signed. And
Like soon?
I don't know. I thought I saw a report that the Patriots were possibly interested.
Patriots. Whew.
Would have been. He'd be a backup QB and never play, but it would be give the NFL an out and saying, "Oh, he signed with someone," when in reality, he didn't really.
I think I did see that too.
And did you see he turned down offers from the AL or AFL?
He turned down offers?
From the other football league. What's the other football league?
The affiliate league.
Sorry for the dead air. Where is it? Well, Alliance of American Football, the AAF.
AAF.
He apparently turned down massive offers from them because he wants to play in the NFL.
Okay, I
But-
can see why I did that for sure. Yeah.
Some of the highlights of the AAF are pretty brutal, like massive hits.
Still looking at the schedule.
Is there anything?
I'm still looking.
Okay. But yeah, I thought I saw you turn down offers from the AAF, if that's what they go by. I'm not really sure. Let me click on it. The Alliance of, whatever. They were founded in 2018, so they're new this year. They're very violent, if you've watched any of the highlights.
No, we're good. There's no show.
good? Were we good last hour?
Yeah, we were good. Yeah, there's nothing.
There was no one there?
Nope.
Okay.
I
Really?
feel better now.
Okay, good.
No, it wasn't them.
It wasn't them?
It was some other people. Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody else came.
All right, good. So
We're.
we could go for another hour
I
if we
mean,
want.
yeah. Like I gotta be somewhere soon though. I guess. Well, not soon, but
Okay.
I got a bit of time. Yeah. So basically, let's just wrap this thing up. So we talked.
Yeah.
We talked Leafs off the top of the show.
Yep.
We gave our thoughts on the deadline, Kadri injury, possible line combinations. We heard Nylander is playing center tonight.
Yes.
I look forward to seeing that. He's going to be flying. I think he's going to score a couple goals tonight. Also talked some other teams. Talked Radko Gudas' suspension.
Yep.
Charlie Coyle to the Bruins. Mark Stone, where do you think he's going to go? Duchesne, we both think will be traded, and the Sens announced that they will trade Matt Duchesne.
They officially announced it?
They're trying to, I guess.
Okay.
They try.
I know he's supposedly getting held out of the lineup tonight, but then
Yeah,
he said
that's-
yesterday
I
that,
have him-
I'm going to play.
I have him on my fantasy team. That's bad.
Ouch.
I know. Manny Machado signed 10 years, 800 mil. Talked about
800 mil. That's a lot of money. I think you got that number wrong, buddy.
300
300
mil.
mil.
I'm looking at something else here. Harper's going to sign for 800 mil. No, he's
Yeah.
going to sign
Oh
for
my God.
300 mil probably. Marcus Stroman, we talked about him. Extension talk.
Talk some Jays.
Showed his interview.
Yep.
Talked some TFC. Talked about their game against Panama. What that whole situation is going to end up looking like.
We tried calling someone in, which just didn't work. Apologies for that.
It's been a good episode. I think.
Apologies for messing up his mic at the beginning. Had the wrong one on the entire time.
Yeah, I mean, I think we learned a lot in this episode.
Oh, yeah.
It's, talking for 2 hours. It goes by fast. The
Yeah.
first hour went by so fast. I didn't look at my phone till it was like 150, and it felt like we were just talking about hockey still. We
Yeah.
we didn't even move on to another topic.
I know. I was watching the clock there, hoping they wouldn't show up.
Yeah, we took a pretty long intermission, I guess.
Yeah, we
like
took
10-minute intermission.
5-10 minutes, yeah.
That's okay.
Next week, we'll talk trade deadline for sure. Anything that's happened. We'll talk probably Raptors again. TFC, what happened with them. We'll talk Jays, if anything comes out of the Jays.
I mean, we're just going to recap this deadline, basically. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah. Maybe we'll try to have someone on.
Yeah,
We'll see. We'll have to talk about that outside of the show. Maybe we can get Jackson and Zach on.
Yeah,
We'll see.
that'd be clutch. That'd be good.
See if they're willing to come in. again, check out the Finch and the Pharaoh tomorrow, 5 o'clock. They'll be previewing the Spurs-Raps game and probably trade deadline as well, I'd assume, for the NHL.
Yeah. Stay tuned for the DeMar DeRozan game tomorrow. That is going to be crazy.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty nuts.
Yeah. So I think we're ready to wrap it up here.
Yeah.
We're going to be going out with this outro song. We came up with this idea a bit. We're going to play the Toronto Maple Leafs goal horn song to end it off here. I think it's a good
finishing
good ending. Actually, hold on. Do you want to play the goal horn song or the victory song? I think let's play the victory song because I think this was a victory.
Yeah. I think we had a great show.
We had a great show.
I look forward to next week. I don't know how we're going to fit everything in an hour, but
yeah, it's so difficult.
We should get like a podcast and a radio slot at back to back.
We tried recording the show as well. So I have my SD card in it. It's still recording, right?
Yeah,
it is still recording. I hope that it actually recorded and it's going on to the SD card.
We'll probably upload it. We might do a bit of editing around it. And
yeah, we'll edit it a bit.
You want to create a YouTube channel for it, and we can upload it there?
Yeah, for sure. We'll do that. If I got it on there.
If it's good, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, we're all good. That was a good episode. That might be one of our most fun episodes doing because it's so long.
Yeah.
So good.
And with that, we will wrap it up. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week. This has been the SS Live. Good night.